getting tired. But when it comes to the bullshit, you got all the energy in the world. Huh? So that's why I go hard on you niggas. Because you're not going to sit out here and look at me like you stupid when you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. All right. Now, two of them diseases, one of the two deadliest goddamn diseases. Niggeritis and crackatosis. You see? Crackatosis is when everything white is divine in your mind. You ain't never seen a goddamn black angel. Huh? Santa Claus white, Jesus white, goddamn it, the clouds white. And niggeritis is when you hate everything black, everything that look like you. We full of this shit. And the only goddamn cure, nigga, is all the way purification up off of this cracker's titty. I can see the inconsistency in niggas' eyes when you talk about the peckerwood. You see, some people ain't never heard nobody talk about a peckerwood like this. See, and when you grow up with this shit in your blood in your mind, see, we can't talk about building. For real, until you get these goddamn diseases up out these niggas. We can't talk about yet building more black businesses when these niggas can't even support the ones already out here. You see? You got to get that sickness up out of motherfuckers. And that crackatosis, which allow niggas to open up every goddamn door to the foreigner. You got goddamn Arabs frying chicken and making pizzas. Huh? Goddamn Arab come from the goddamn desert, the motherfucker driving the ice cream truck up in Detroit. A goddamn sand monkey. Ain't never seen a goddamn ice cream till he came to America. And they selling that shit to us. All that dead ass chicken them motherfuckers get that's old and shit, they go fried in these goddamn Arab stores, and niggas be mouth greasy than a motherfucker. Filling their goddamn pockets up with money. That's coonderia. Not gondorrhea, but coonderia. When you got to smile in front of that cracker all the time. I can understand if you're going, I can't even understand if you're going to work, but some of you niggas bring that shit home. Do it to your own family. Act like you too good to be with your own family because you work for the peckerwood. Monkeytosis. See, them niggas on the script, they know when the motherfucking camera come on to show all they goddamn teeth. Look at them. They say, you ready? Here we go. As soon as the goddamn camera come on, then them niggas show all they teeth. Trying to fool you and me that everything is all right with this peckerwood. And motherfucker got all type of rod up his ass. Cause the crackers run the goddamn media, the music, every goddamn thing. And if you scared that motherfucker gonna take over, they been wanting to pass the law. The goddamn cracker been a goddamn faggot. You think they just been doing this shit? Now they want to come all the way out. As soon as you allow homosexuality, goddammit, you allow pedophilia and bestiality and all the rest of that defiling shit them crackers be practicing. You be a goddamn fool. You don't just have one sexual deviance. If a motherfucker will let another man fuck him, he doing all the rest of that garbage. And you going up in some shit that's putting out poison, and you talking about this shit the same as the woman? God damn. Niggas got to stand up on that. You got to go to war with that. You see how people's down in the islands in Africa? Soon as they hear goddamn fag is in town, everybody come down looking for his ass. We got to keep these goddamn faggots up out of here, because if you allow homosexuality, they gonna be going after our children. Bottom motherfucking line. Because that's how they do it. That's how they do it. They like little boys. The Boy Scout. Huh? All of that shit. The little altar boys. Huh? See, I see some. Hope it wasn't no altar boys out here. Huh? The Boy Scouts. Huh? Yeah. See, this is what it's coming down to. Monkey toasts. You see this nigga? And clapping just like the goddamn monkey. Huh? This is what we do. Scripted ass niggas. And defame us and make everybody think that that's the proper way to be a peckerwood. Now, even our sisters put the goddamn white man up. We should be like him. But don't want to pull the motherfucking veil off the peckerwood beast. Fuck that money. If it means giving up your goddamn manhood, that's all the fuck you got, nigga. You get that up, you ain't got shit. Like, he done dropped that economic. And I'm gonna show you some things that go right along with and complement what he doing. You understand what I'm saying? And as we move through that, we got to have bigger and better plans after that. Because that beast gonna step up. And you should just give yourself the respect of a warrior, because he's supposed to move up and check your aspirations. Because if he don't do that, he know that's his end. So he gonna fight against that. So now I'm showing you the difference between the Creator and God. You see at the bottom where man started to put the image of man over the sun, you still see the two cobras, you still see the wings, but God is anthropomorphic, always shown in the image of a man or a woman. Okay, that's God. He can't control that sun, but he can control what the fuck this motherfucker supposed to be saying, because he can write it in. He can write it in. He can't control the Creator. We just saying that it's parts of the universe that's masculine and feminine. The woman is on the cycle of the moon. The man is on the cycle of the sun. So we show them in feminine and masculine, gods and goddesses, but that don't mean the God is real in the physical sense. You can't talk, there's nothing up there. It's in the spirit. And so God is a control mechanism. It's so many goddamn religions, and nobody could talk to the God but the goddamn clergy. Because if you could talk straight to God, what the fuck would you need the religion for? So you need them. You need them. So that's God. Let me keep it moving. See right here, for the Lord God is a sun and a shield. But goddamn it, if it's a sun and a shield, it ain't shilling the cracker, he's shelling the goddamn cracker. He's shilling us from the goddamn. And what it say, no good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Talk to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on him. I'm gonna get on him. You see right there in the Jewish synagogue, you see that Yahweh is represented as what? The sun. That's what chased their ass out of Eden. When you start seeing them show God as a man, that's anthropomorphic. They really trying to hide the true meaning of what put their ass out. Ain't no man, it was the sun that drove. That's a white man's story. You always show them they hiding their face from the sun. Goddamn it, Adam and Eve is one of the earliest vampire stories, where the motherfuckers flee back up into the caves because of that sun. And they removed, because they knew that our sacred scriptures was basically sun scrolls, because we were a sun people. They couldn't live out no religion like that, because it was too evident that God was cursing them. So when you understand in the deeper mysteries of all these religions, God is the S-U-N. You got to throw that anthropomorphic image away. It's the sun. See right there? Using the pyramid. How do you know something is divine in religion? You had a halo. That's sun worship off the top. All of them use that. You see, they got that from the Nile Valley. And that just show you how our priests and priestesses went out all over the planet Earth. Okay? It's too many different cultures that you can show that are borrowing from Egypt. You don't see this type of culture being borrowed from no damn Bible. Show it evidently. Show it, just put the imagery of how the world is so-called following the Hebrews in the ancient world. The Romans gave credit to the Egyptians. The Greek gave credit to the Egyptians. All them ancient cultures gave credit to Egypt and Ethiopia. That's undeniable fact. Let me come on out here. And then it says in Joshua 24, it says, now therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. So they was worshiping African gods. And the Bible say it. But what gods were those? See, those were the gods they had before Yahweh. And they cannot deal with that. Everything that of every religion come out of ancient Egypt. Look at Canaan. What is this? Isaiah 24. But now, O Lord, thou art our Father. We are the clay, and thou art potter. And we are all the work of thy hand. If Moses was learned in all the wisdom, it didn't say some of the goddamn wisdom. If he was raised up in the royal house, he would have had to get an education just like all the other children. So he knew the religion, he knew the laws. And then you gonna lie and say some goddamn God gave you these weak laws? Goddamn, we don't need no God to give us thou shalt not kill. Anybody committed a murder in here yet? Is it all because of the Bible? Or is it because it's innately in us to be righteous people? So damn, that ain't no great feat for no God to come and give some goddamn laws. Man could develop him goddamn self. Honor thy mother. We don't need God to give us no goddamn law like that. We can do that for ourselves. Get me free, nigga. Do something great. Look at this. Look at the music. You never see no originality. They don't have no walls where they can show what a Hebrew look like. So every time you see some shit, it's an animation. And you see right here, all that. This is at the temple of Isis. The temple of Heru on the island of Philae. And you see right there, Bess playing the harp. We dealing with facts. And then you look at the Ark of Covenant, and they got the two angels on top. That ain't nothing but I said, man, in my eye. That's all that it is. And you see right there, I set right there, the Holy Mother, who was also symbolically the falcon. So the falcon got a feministic and a masculine with Heru. But when you see I set, taking the holy sperm from Osiris, she's a falcon. That's right. She's a falcon. And sometimes she'll have the feather of Ma'at in her talons, flying over. And you see right there that they also stole some of the science of Tahuti, which they call the magic of Tahuti. And you see right there what they call the brazen serpent, where God didn't curse their ass. And they always talking about they chose. And they was the hardest motherfuckers in the book to live by the so-called God laws. He always cursing their ass. In order to get the curse off of them, Moses had to put the serpent up on the staff. And when they looked down upon it, it healed them. And you gonna tell me they was in Egypt for over 400 goddamn years and you didn't see this shit all on the walls? Goddamn it, we've been in the same amount, in America, the same amount of time. Every nigga know the law. Your ass been down there at downtown. Looking them goddamn peoples in their eye. Niggas know the law. So they was in there. They knew every goddamn thing. Don't come up out and you say you was learned in all the wisdom, and then we put the shit up here and niggas won't look left and right like they don't see this shit. All right then. Amen. All of them in their prayer in the great God name. Huh? Hebrew, Muslim, and Christian. All of them say if it ain't Amen, it's Amen, which means the same thing. They remember when they was in Egypt. They remember when they was being taught by the Ethiopians. And you see the ram horns, which was also sacred to Amen. And then here these motherfuckers go, blowing the ram's horn. Here they go, blowing the ram's horn. The secret worship of Amen. Then the goddess, the black goddess, Heru, the black woman, the black mother, the holy black mother, shown as the Ka. And you see Moses come down with the weak-ass 10 Commandments and destroy the black mother worship. Okay, that's the Semitic attack on the black woman is God. They can't accept no woman. Look at this shit, Serapis worship. So y'all watch this shit at Easter? Why they play the 10 Commandments at Easter? I thought it was about Jesus. Okay, this is where these niggas get their outfits from. They have no wall of ancient, times that show anything of what a Hebrew ever looked like. I'm gonna go over it again. They have no original book from out of the Old, New Testament, or Quran. They don't have the original. And it's so goddamn funny because this is what people let these crackers do. They give you a date for Moses at almost 1300 BCE. They give it to you. Do you know the oldest goddamn manuscript in Hebrew they got to date? The Dead Sea Scrolls. By what time? About 200 to 70 AD. Now, you got 1,000 years between Moses and the Dead Sea Scrolls. You got 1,000 years of inactivity between Moses and the earliest Hebrew script, which is the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can go look that up. So how the fuck did they come up with the books? If it wasn't nobody writing for 1,000 years, how did this motherfucker end up with all them books without no original book? Y'all got to wake up. Look, Moses was a murderer. St. Paul was a murderer. The two people that had the biggest influence on writing the Bible, the Old and the New Testament, because what? St. Paul was Saul of Tarsus. St. Paul had more influence on the New Testament than any one man, including Jesus. So the two individuals that had the most influence on writing the goddamn book were murderers. Moses and St. Paul. Saul of Tarsus. What a goddamn book. All the motherfuckers fucking with these books is murderers, killers. Goddamn God tell you to turn the other cheek and he wipes the whole fucking earth out in a flood. Tell you to turn the other cheek. Goddamn, you didn't turn no goddamn cheek. He loves you, y'all. All right, let me keep it moving. Look at Adonis. I'm gonna get with that. Do you know that they cannot use Yahweh during the year and they have to keep that sacred? Do you know the word that they use for Yahweh during the year? Adonai. Adonai. What does that come from? Adonis. Showing you the Greek on the Jew. He's also got the Greek in there too. For the Lord God is a sun and a shield. That's why you got to understand that the story of Adam and Eve is talking about crackers. It says they were put out of the garden. African people were never put out of Africa. We were always and have always been there. That was another people. Even though there's turmoil in Africa, we have never been put out of Africa. This is not about us. Look at this shit. Just look at it. Now you understanding it. And look at the goddamn caveman uniform. And then miraculously, after they get put out, miraculously it was a flood and the home of man was moved to the Caucasus Mountains. Huh? All right then. We connecting some goddamn dots today. You see? Let me get out of this. And then okay, we got that. And this right there is in the 16th chapel. I'm gonna go back up to the economics. But I'm showing you that God created evil. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. Create evil. This your good Lord? Create evil You set us up there, nigga. You didn't have to do that. You could have made it good for your people. You set us up there. And then we got to look at this, that what they call Israel is on the continent of Africa. Have you ever heard of tectonic plates? So when you look at the African plate, you can see the coastline of what they call Israel is on the African plate. Even part of the island of Cyprus is on the African plate. It's Africa. It's Africa. Geologically, it's Africa. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go on back home and look it up. So you see these laws right here. And you see they ain't nothing but stellar. And then how stupid is we that they got Roman numbers and they didn't come to around 0 AD. Niggas ain't even got enough sense to straighten that shit out. So if he was learning all the wisdom of the Egyptians, we would expect that the 10 Commandments would look more like the one on the left-hand side, which is the true Egyptian. And so some of y'all believe that a man stuck his finger through the sky and gave you so. I mean, and the laws wasn't shit. I mean, there were some basic laws, but goddamn, you got other people on the planet that done already evolved to that. That wasn't no major feat for God. Let me get out of this. Now I got to get into this. Another thing to show the European on it is they hate for the woman. They hate the woman. See, when you look right there, when them crackers came in, they carved, I said, right, they couldn't understand no woman being in that position. Look at that shit. I used to see that on the Flintstones when I was a baby. Pulling that goddamn woman by the hair. Bitch, come on. They showing you and teaching us as children because we watching this shit. And then you want to wonder why the fuck I get up here and bug the fuck out? Because I'm being trained by ignorant ass crackers. We following behind their ass. And you see right there Moses coming down. You see the black woman back there. I'm going to show you. The calf had a root. And the reason why they use the calf, because the calf provides the milk, the nutrition, the nourishment. Okay, so the woman symbolically was, the cow was symbolically used for the African woman to show that she does the same thing for her children and her nation. And so you see right there the horns on the black woman's head and the sun disc. And she got her baby up there and she's breastfeeding. That's the sacred science of life. Until we can get our sisters to be able to feed their babies and have peace, we ain't never coming up out this shit. We ain't never coming up out this shit. And so this is what we showing. They even show symbolically the cosmos as the holy cow. Why they call it the Milky Way. Go ahead. Because symbolically, the universe moved in the spirit of the woman, and the sun came through her womb, which is the black hole. See? We already had our creation story. This is at the temple of Abydos. And I'm glad to bring this up, because no other people got a dynastic record like this. 76 kings, 2,000 years. Right there you see the taller king, that's Seti the first. And you see right there his son Ramesses. And what does he say? He said, behold my son, study your forefathers, study your ancestors. Here's the great ones. And you see him right there with them books, them scrolls in his hand. And they show you in the movie that Moses was brother to Ramesses. So he would have had to have a comparable education. Okay? He would have had to know them kings long before he wrote the goddamn Bible. And I got the chronology of Moses, which y'all need to learn, and y'all need to break that code. Because we always quick to put Genesis first. And all these, Exodus is the first book of the Bible. Look at niggas. I'm going to show you chronology, based on chronology, that's correct. They didn't have no goddamn story of origin. All the fuck they was goat herders. They had nothing. They had to rewrite everything to show themselves a historical people. They fabricated that shit. What you have to understand that the first 5 books of the Bible are accredited to Moses. But you must know the chronology of his life so you can understand the chronology of the books. Now Moses supposedly lived to be 120 years old. In Acts 7, it breaks his life down to 3 40-year periods, adding up to 120. The first 40, he's Egyptian. Somehow the nigga figure out he's an Israelite, he kills Pharaoh's soldier, and he flee Egypt. He's 40 years old. Then he flee into the desert, into the land of Midian. He stayed there for 40 years, and at the burning bush, for the first time, God talks to Moses. Now, he's 80 years old. And in the last 40 years of the Israelites, they wandered through the desert. And there, in the last 40-year period of his life, that's when he receives the books, the laws. But you must understand, in the first 40 years and the second 40 years, there was no books because he didn't get them until the last 40 years. So when you open up Exodus, you open up with Moses as a baby, chronologically in order, because he did not get the books. Let me show you. See, he's an old man. See, he's an old man when he gets the books. He ain't got no Genesis. He ain't got none of that shit. But he been training in Egypt, looking on the walls. And if he was comparable to Ramesses, and this man looking at 2,000 years of kings, how the fuck can you use the biblical chronology? And all of this shit came before this man was even born. You see? See right there, he's a baby. He's in the Nile. Ain't no goddamn books. He didn't get the books till he was an old man. See, it's hard for y'all niggas to understand that. He didn't get Genesis. He didn't get Leviticus and Deuteronomy. He didn't get none of that until he was in his last 40-year period. He was damn near dead when he got that. So you have to go back and understand, at this point in time, they had no books. So what did he read? What did he study? And so you got to go back to these great kings. And that's not even dealing with Nubia. Wait a minute. Look at this. Coming out of this book. African Kingdoms of the Past. Egypt, Kush, Oscom, Northeast Africa by Kenny Man. Look at this. They already dealing with the fact that 3800 BC, possible founding in Nubia of earliest known monarchy. You don't even get a goddamn king in Egypt to 3100 BC. So you got to deal with the fact that Nubia is almost 1,000 years older than Egypt. So if you gonna try to explain Egypt by way of the goddamn Israelites, you're gonna have to do the same with Nubia. Because they say that they see the kings of Nubia already have the royal regalia of the Egyptian kings. The crown of the south, which is on Osiris' head, that's the crown of choice. And it's already in Nubia 1,000 years before it get to Egypt. They're already making preparation to bring all the culture from Nubia down into Egypt. Here we go. Let me get past that. And then another thing, that Moses marries an Ethiopian woman in Midian. And do you know that God commands Moses to destroy the tribe? Listen to it. And the Lord, wait a minute, let me go back here so you can see this. Now the high priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter. And in Numbers chapter 12, it says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. Now go over here to Numbers 31, and it says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. This his wife tried. Afterward shalt thou be gathered unto thy people. And Moses spake unto the people, saying, arm some of yourselves unto war, and let's go against the Midianites and avenge the Lord of Midian. And they slew all the males. And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives. Now this is wives, sisters. Do you understand that? This is the tribe of the goddamn woman he married that gave him 2 children. And he took the spoil of all their cattle and of all their flock and all their goods, and they burned all their cities wherein they dwelt and all their goodly castles with fire. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him, but all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. That's the God that you niggas got in the Bible. And you got to understand that the Midianites was Ethiopians. I just showed you where the woman was recognized as an Ethiopian. So you didn't see that? Right here at the bottom. Numbers chapter 12. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. Up there they from Midianites. Okay? So that's what it is. So he committed genocide on his own wife's nation, his children's nation. Okay? I had to bring that up. Let me come out of something. And then another thing. And then you go to Deuteronomy 31, and it says it came to pass, and when Moses had made an end of writing the words of his law in a book, the goddamn God just handed him a tablet. And then it says, and it came to pass when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book until they were finished. In order to have a book, you got to have paper. I'm going to end. You got to have paper. Okay, where did the man learn how to write? No Hebrew wrote before Moses. I got to be clear about that. When you sink Moses, you sink everything. When you sink Adam and Eve, I got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. When you sing Genesis, you sink all that shit. And it's very clear that majority of all the characters, if not all of them, in Genesis is fictional. All of them. The Adam and Eve, I just showed you. You could clearly see that the sun put them out, and the simple fact that they tried to usurp Ethiopia and move the central point of all humanity to the Caucasus goddamn mountains, Mount Ararat, that proves everything that only a white man would do that. If a man gonna cheat, he gonna cheat for his people. All right? If a man gonna write in something holy, he gonna write it in for his people. So we expecting the only man that will ever say that humanity descended from the Caucasus Mountains is a man from the Caucasus Mountains. Believe that. Them white people didn't have their hands on that book. Now, I'm going to go on and put this shit out here. Man, fuck that nigga. I'm going to say that just like that. Because, listen, the man going to get on some blog talk, and motherfuckers always talking about what Seti do. Anybody want to draw blood, let's draw blood. Okay? Motherfuckers talking all this shit. Motherfucker, I'm a strong warrior. Okay? Ain't nothing in my blood, motherfucker. I want y'all to know that. And I'm sick of niggas thinking that they can speak on me and don't know a motherfucking thing. You supposed to be a man of righteousness. You supposed to be trying to build brotherhood, and you around here spreading these old fake ass motherfucking rumors and lies. Grow the fuck up if you a leader. You supposed to do research, nigga. That nigga weak out here slandering and shit. So I'm gonna keep it 100. Keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. All right, keep my personal, because don't nobody know me like that. If you want to debate me on an intellectual level, hey, let's do this. It only gonna make me and you grow. But all that old backbiting ass shit where niggas want to get up here and just talk frivolous about another brother, that's some bullshit, okay? So a lot of this shit I'm so sick of, because when niggas ain't got facts, they always go to slander. That's it. That's how you know when a nigga ain't got no facts. And so I'm tired of niggas, and they want to come back and do me like that. But what I'm saying, to be real with motherfuckers, I ain't talking to nobody. I'm talking straight to the niggas who know who I'm talking to. Keep my motherfucking name out your mouth, because that's some, you know, you don't know me like that.